Hello everyone, Gisterbell is back and I hate being a DC fan. Okay, bye. Anyway, no, there's more to the video than that. So a lot of you may have watched my video I did a couple weeks ago with Kobe on his channel, Slickmoth, follow him, watch the live stream we did, where we were just talking about how DC is a mess. You've all probably heard about the idea that they're going to replace Batman and Superman with Batgirl and Supergirl in the new DCEU that the Flash is setting up. How we're not fans of that, but how we're all fans of the Batman movie coming out. So for me, at the end of the day, I was like, well, I really don't like where the DCEU is going. I don't see the DCEU as a thing anymore. But I'm just excited for the Batman because it's like they're getting everything right with that. But then we keep getting more and more rumors and even more things confirmed about what's going to happen in the DCEU and the Batman universes, which are separate so far. And I just continue to find myself more baffled and disappointed by DC. So we found out I think yesterday even, that now it's pretty much confirmed that Robin is going to appear in the Batgirl TV show as Nightwing. Like, he was Robin with Michael Keaton, and now he's transitioned to Nightwing, and that's going to be a potential movie, probably an HBO Max movie, leading into. Now, you might think that I'm really excited to get a Nightwing movie, because I really love Nightwing, and to see Nightwing and Batgirl, because I love that pairing. But I've also complained because I really feel that it's time to have Batman and Robin on screen. We have not seen that since the tragic Batman and Robin movie more than 2 decades ago. And I'm just disappointed with that, because now, I was understanding before where it's like you've got this alternate Batman Beyond thing going on with Michael Keaton's Batman and Batgirl, and it's kind of weird, but it's kind of off to the side of the Batman universe, and we have to even see how it goes. But now it almost seems like they're setting up this new universe that has the members of the Bat family that should be teamed with the regular Batman separate in the DCEU from the Batman Robert Pattinson character that everyone's excited and hyped for. And I'm just wondering, why is there that divide there all of a sudden? Because I would love to see a Robin take in the Batman universe. Why are you saving him for Batgirl's universe with an elderly Batman? It just makes no sense to me. And also it confuses me because I'm wondering the timeline here. Are they saying that Batman 89 is canon, or are they just having it Michael Keaton playing this older Batman? Because I was under the impression, and correct me if I'm wrong, that as much as they're different movies and different directors and different tones, that I thought Batman Forever and Batman and Robin were in continuity of Batman 89. And if that's true, then we already had a Batgirl and a Robin in that universe, and Robin was cast a lot older back then, so he'd have to be a lot older in the DCEU if Batman 89 is canon, if that whole universe is canon, for him to be the sidekick of Michael Keaton's Batman, who's going to be an elderly Batman once again. So I'm confused over all that. Are they just picking and choosing? Is it just like the Michael Keaton movies specifically are canon here? Or is that just, is Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman canon? Or is it just that Michael Keaton is playing the older Batman in this universe and it's completely different? I don't get that, but once again, I'm just like, why are we separating the Bat family now? I would almost prefer if you had a DCEU that was its own thing right now, where you had Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam together, because there's been varying levels of success with that, and so they apparently want to keep going with that. And I would just prefer you keep Batman separate, but keep all those characters together, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to do a Batman universe that looks like it's going to be so successful, but then not be building up major characters that people love from his universe and his mythology into this completely separate HBO Max thing. And I also am wondering, like, we already have a Nightwing on HBO Max on Titans. Are they going to cancel that show to push this new Nightwing? I just don't know about all this, and I don't even know if I'm going to like this Batgirl movie. I like Leslie Grace. I like what I'm seeing of her, and I kind of felt a bit of nostalgia when we saw that mural. That's what leaked, that revealed Robin. We saw that mural with Batman and Robin on it, and it was a lot more traditional and classic. So maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I just don't like this divide, and I wouldn't like to have two universes that I essentially like, the Batgirl universe or the Batman universe, where they're both good, but they're all separate. I don't get that. The other rumor we got regarding the Batman stuff is regarding the Joker, and we've talked a lot about Barry Keoghan the rumor that he's going to play the Joker, which seemed more and more likely to be true. But there was this new rumor, and I have no idea if it's credible or not, but it was a rumor that the Gotham PD series that is going to be on HBO Max is going to have its first season, at least, be an adaptation of the Laughing Man storyline from the comics, where, you know, it's Joker's first time terrorizing the city, and how Batman might have an element in that show to take him down. Now, and that they're not using, this is another little tidbit, they're not using Two-Face because they want to use him for the Batman sequel. There's a lot of things here that I have questions about. Like, if you felt the need to save a character for the theatrical releases, why wouldn't you save the Joker's character? Now, I know a lot of people talk about how they're tired of the Joker being front and center and everything, but from a marketing perspective, he makes billion-dollar movies, so I don't know why you would be essentially wasting him on HBO Max and not have him in the next movie, or save him for the third movie, because as much as someone might think that this will sell HBO Max, sometimes when you take a big IP and you put it on HBO Max, something that a lot of people don't feel interested in buying, then you just end up burying that and nobody sees it anyway. So that seems odd to me. And once again, like, we have the Batman in the theatrical movies, and we have Batman, spin-offs of that on HBO Max. We also have the Penguin spin-off show. But then you have this DCEU universe that's completely separate from the Batman, this Batgirl and Robin thing we're doing, that's also on HBO Max. And it's just really confusing to me why this is happening. Why, if you're not gonna have Batman on the Justice League in the DCEU, we've confirmed that. You want it to be Batgirl. Why don't you just not have Batman in that universe at all and have all his characters together in this universe you're building? Because you're just fracturing them right now, and that's gonna make things worse and worse. You know, people hate it when we compare DC to Marvel all the time, but it's true. Marvel works out because it has all its characters to play with, and the ones that have been separated, they've worked hard to get them into the MCU. They worked hard for Spider-Man, they worked hard for Fantastic Four, they worked hard for X-Men. DC had all its characters to play with. The same company owns them. They don't have any kind of hassle with the rights. But now they're, like, intentionally fracturing them into these different universes so they can't interact. It's just so incredibly odd to me, and I just don't. I was so optimistic about the Batman universe going forward, but now I'm not so sure about the choices they're making. Of course, a lot of this is speculation about what's going on going forward. You know, Supergirl and Batgirl, that whole venture in the Flash, that could just blow up in WB's faces. You've got Discovery coming in, who's going to be making some new decisions, so maybe they won't go forward with that DC universe. Maybe we'll just stick to the Batman, but I hope that they will make good decisions with that universe, and they won't just continue to fracture characters, make weird decisions because they're trying to promote this or that streaming service. What do you guys think? I think it's really difficult to be a DC fan. It seems like even when they do something right, they're doing it wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.